Hello, this is the P13 single page layout kit from the When We First Met collection. So I'm going to take page number 3 and I'm going to take, first off I'm going to take the bottom strip off. And then I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off the bottom. And then a 1/4 inch off the left side. That's the back of that piece. I'm going to take one sheet of the fuchsia cardstock and I'm going to adhere that down. If you want to save some paper, you can cut this out and keep the center of this piece. Cut a frame into it. Just going to check the measurement. I think my base cardstock is slightly over 12 inches. It is. It's about 1/8 of an inch over. So I'm just going to line that up. And I'm going to trim 1/8 of an inch off that. There we go. So just check the fuchsia cardstock. It might be slightly off on one side. Now, taking the sheet number 5, I'm going to cut out the treasured memory saying in 2 lines and just the word beautiful for starters. I'm just going to leave a little white border around as I fussy cut. It doesn't have to be perfect. pick 2 photos for my layout. I'm going to keep one at 6x4, and I'm going to trim the second one down to 3. by 4. So I have one 6x4 and one 3x4. And I'm going to, out of the second sheet of fuchsia cardstock, cut a mat for these. So one will be 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And the other one will be 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm going to distress the edges of the fuchsia cardstock . Now, there's nearly a whole sheet left over. You can absolutely double mat these. So your measurement will be 6 1/2 by 4 1/2 and 4 1/2 by 3 1/2. And that's completely up to you. So you could also distress the edge of sheet number 3 too if you'd like. I'm also going to distress the edges of my photos just a little bit, but you don't have to do this. If you don't want to risk damaging your picture, or your picture, the subject of your picture goes all the way to the edge, you may not want to do that. Now, I've printed in glossy, and some photo papers have like a clear layer on the top, so it may not cut through it, but you can just use your thumb or finger and just pull that back, and you'll get a slight white edge on the photo. As I said, completely optional. I think this layout would look really beautiful with a black and white photo, or even a sepia, because there are a little bit of those brown hues in the florals of this paper. It would look really pretty with sepia pictures on it. I'm putting a fair amount of tape on my picture because sometimes with that distressing it might warp your picture just a little bit. These are going to be popped up on foam tape, so I like that distressed look, but again, it's your layout. If you like a really clean look, you can completely skip this step. You can choose, I'm going to have a floral spray with the 49 and Market flowers. So you could choose to have your photos in any orientation you really want. I quite like this one, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have my flowers come out this way. Now you could have change the layout to suit how you like it. I think I'm also going to matte my beautiful on a scrap of the pink, and I think I'll leave the treasured memories as is. I'm trying to be quick for the camera, but take your time fussy cutting. If you have a brother scan and cut or a silhouette with the pick scan, you can scan it in, and that would take a lot of the work out of it. I think it'll also be really pretty if you distress the edges of the word, but yeah, of the pink. But again, that is completely up to you. How you'd like your layout to be. So I'm just grabbing some foam tape. I'm not prepared today. just going to put the foam tape on the center because I want to poke some of those flowers underneath. Some of the stamens and the leaves. Okay. I just removed a piece that would have been overlapping on that corner. Now my foam tape is sticky, but probably not going to hold over time, and I don't want these to lift up, so I'm just going to put just a little wet glue over that adhesive. There we go. Now I'm going to just, I think I'll glue the Treasured Memories flat. I'm just going to place that in the top left corner. And I'm going to put Beautiful in the bottom right. Again, I'm just gluing that down flat then. Okay, with my floral spray, and I mean you can arrange yours however you find visually appealing. I'm going to apply my leaves first. Just going to slide that under. I'm going to have two come out of the top, and I'm going to have three underneath the bottom. Now I'm going to place my largest flower and second largest flower with the spiral and one of the purple buds, and then I'm going to place the two, sorry, the neighbours have just started the two purple buds that have the two little floral pieces, and I'm going to push that right up and under. Then I'm going to have the second bud will go all the way under those two photos. With the two smaller flowers, and the third one now you don't have to use all your flowers. It's really less is, if you like less is more, I recommend, you know, using less of them. It's your project, and you know, and make it your own. So I'm just going to glue all those down. Just placing a little glue under the corner of that top photo. Oops. Got a little glue happy I squeezed too hard. And I'm just going to grab a few little stamens, twist them round, put a dab of glue, and just poke those here and there with my pokey tool. I'll actually remove that larger flower first. I mean, you can put these down before your flowers. I'm using a wet glue, so I can pick up and put down. If you're using hot glue, I would get a pretty strong idea where you want to place your stamens and put them down first. I'm really sorry about my neighbours mowing their lawn. I'm filming this in the daytime instead of 2 AM for once, and it's also stopped raining for the first time in weeks, so I think everyone's going to be out and about and catching up on yard work. I've also got large and small self-adhesive gems and an entire pack of Couture Creation pearls in this kit. Now, where you place this, completely up to you. If you want to decorate your flowers with them, I'm going to spray mine out into this foliage, but again, place them wherever you want. Now these are connected with a strip of adhesive, so I just give a little snip. And that just makes placing these much easier if they're not all connected together. And again with the small ones. Now if you want to use these connected as a, you know, 3 or 4, you can place them, you know, in the corners, or it's your layout really, if you want to place it on your photos. You can use all of them, none of them. I'm going to focus both my pearls and my gems more in towards the photo and then less as we go out. Sorry, I think the camera cut off. So I'm not sure if you got up to where I started placing the pearls. So again, use all of them, none of them. Again, sorry for my neighbour mowing their lawn. Normally I film at 2 or 3 a.m. So it's quiet, but my toddler's been ill this week, so I'm filming in the daytime. It's just making things a little bit more tricky. Now I think this layout would look beautiful if you had a Kindy Glitz, Nouveau drops, even the shimmer pens, whichever ones you have, on the flowers. I think that would be really pretty. This is not included in the kit. This is just, I just think it'll look pretty, but if you don't have one of these, skip it. I just think that hint of shimmer in the light looks, you know, really pretty, especially with all the gems. It just picks up on that. Just doing the little centers so they also then match the pearls a little bit better. But again, completely optional if you don't have a glitter pen. So that's it for the layout, and I think it's really pretty. It's very floral. I think it would work well really for any occasion. And I'm sorry, I don't think the light's going to pick it up, but those AB gems just shine on there. And that's quite a simple kit. 2 little bits of fussy cutting, and that's it for this one. It's just gluing your elements down. A little bit of distressing. It's super simple. You don't have to cut a frame. You get some leftovers, so you'll have, if you don't cut the frame out of the center, you'll have 3/4 of a sheet. That might potentially be about A4 size of the fuchsia. And if you don't double mat the photos, I haven't double matted mine, you'll have nearly a full sheet with some great cut aparts on it for other projects. You could make cards out of these too, and I think that would be really pretty. Thank you, and that's the P13 Till We Meet Again kit, and it's just a single page layout.